They say your thoughts shape your reality, but what if just one simple ritual, one word, done for just a few minutes a day, could pull you out of doubt and redirect your entire destiny? Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you've done everything right, vision boards, affirmations, gratitude journals, and still felt stuck, like nothing ever truly shifts? You're not alone. Every day, people repeat the same limiting thoughts, unknowingly hardwiring failure into their subconscious. But what if the key isn't trying harder? What if it's about saying less, but with absolute precision? In this video, you'll discover a method so simple and yet so powerful, it's been quietly echoed by thinkers like Napoleon Hill, who once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." It's also grounded in neuroscience, supported by minds like Dr. Joe Dispenza, who teaches that your repeated thoughts, combined with emotion, literally rewire your brain. And here's the twist. The technique you're about to learn isn't just another affirmation. It's a 7-word ritual that bypasses resistance, silences doubt, and tunes your mind to the exact frequency of your desires. We'll show you how to do it, why it works, and how it's already transformed lives, with practical, science-backed explanations along the way. No fluff. No wishful thinking. Just a focused mental shift that can reset everything. So if you've ever wondered whether you were just one step away from the breakthrough you've been craving, this might be it. Let's begin. Words aren't just sounds. They're blueprints for the life you build, brick by brick, thought by thought. But most people never realize that every sentence they speak is silently programming their destiny. Let's break this down. Science shows that every thought emits a frequency. Every word you repeat shapes not just your mood, but the neural architecture of your brain. As Dr. Joe Dispenza explains, your thoughts are the language of the brain, and your feelings are the language of the body. Together, they create the energy field that attracts your experiences. Now imagine this. If you're constantly saying, "Nothing ever works for me," your brain begins to believe it. It starts filtering your reality to prove it true, thanks to your reticular activating system, RAS, the brain's gatekeeper of focus. It's like asking a GPS to find failure. It will obey. Not because the universe is against you, but because your repeated language told it what to look for. But here's the shift. The brain is malleable. This is the science of neuroplasticity, your ability to reshape thought pathways by repeating new commands. And when those commands are neutral, not tied to old fears or doubt, your subconscious listens more openly. That's why ancient mantras, religious chants, and modern affirmations all share one thing in common: repetition. Done with feeling, it turns words into instructions for the mind, like lines of code reprogramming your reality. Now enter the 7-word ritual. Unlike typical affirmations, this practice uses a meaning-neutral sound, a word with no mental baggage, no limiting associations. A blank canvas for power. And that's the genius. By stripping away loaded words like rich, healed, or successful, you remove the resistance. You bypass the internal critic, the skeptic that scoffs at your dreams. You speak to the part of you that remembers your potential before the world convinced you to shrink. This is why Napoleon Hill emphasized autosuggestion as one of the pillars of success. Any idea, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. Your words become belief. Your belief becomes identity. Your identity becomes action. And your action becomes your reality. So let me ask you this. What have your words been building lately? And more importantly, are you ready to build something better? Because now, you have a new blueprint. You don't need hours of meditation, expensive coaching, or exotic retreats to change your life. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple, focused practice that cuts through the noise and speaks directly to your subconscious. This is the 7-word manifestation ritual. It's not about the specific words. It's about what you do with them, how you use them, and most importantly, how you feel while doing it. Step 1. Create a sacred space. You don't need candles, crystals, or incense. All you need is quiet, a space where the outside world pauses, even just for a few minutes. Sit or stand comfortably. Let your body relax. This space is yours. Your mind knows, this is where change begins. Step 2, visualize what you want. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Bring to mind one thing, just one that your heart is craving. Not 5 goals. Not a vague dream. One clear desire. It could be financial freedom, emotional healing, a partner, clarity. Now imagine it is already done. Feel it as if you're already living it. See the details. Hear the sounds. Let the emotion rise. Step 3, speak the words slowly and intentionally. Now, choose a phrase or sound that means nothing to your logical mind, but feels neutral, clean, open. It must be free of past memories, expectations, or disappointments. Begin to repeat it slowly, not chanting, not rushing. Let your breath guide you. Let each repetition build emotion. Do this exactly 7 times. 7 is symbolic. It represents completion, spiritual alignment, and the subconscious cycle. Each repetition sends a signal. Each one plants a seed. With each breath, you're not just saying something, you're becoming someone new. Step 4, anchor the feeling. After your 7th repetition, pause. Sit in silence. Let the energy of what you just did settle into your body. Let your nervous system memorize the feeling of that new reality. That's where the change begins, not in your mouth, but in your emotional memory. Step 5, repeat daily. Do this once a day. Same time. Same place. Same intention. The power of this ritual lies in its consistency. As Napoleon Hill taught, repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotionalized faith. Faith doesn't appear instantly. It's trained. And this ritual is how you train it. You've learned the power of repetition. You've felt the emotional resonance behind a focused daily ritual. But let's step beyond theory and into truth, into real lives change through the exact principles you're now learning. The ritual you're practicing isn't new. In fact, some of the most influential people of our time have used almost identical mental techniques to transform failure into greatness, not once, but again and again. Let's look at 3 such stories, deeply documented, publicly acknowledged, and powerfully aligned with the practice of intentional repetition. Oprah Winfrey, believing beyond circumstance. Born into poverty, facing trauma and rejection early in life, Oprah was never expected to succeed. But from an early age, she used 2 tools most people overlook: self-suggestion and mental rehearsal. She kept a journal where she wrote affirmations like, "I am worthy of success. I am here for a reason." She repeated those thoughts daily until they felt like truth. But more than words, she combined them with visualization. Before her breakout role in The Color Purple, Oprah didn't hope, she believed she had already been chosen. You don't become what you want. You become what you believe. That belief, born from repetition, became the fuel behind her empire. Arnold Schwarzenegger, building reality, one thought at a time. As a teenager in Austria, Arnold had a vision of himself in America, as a bodybuilding champion and movie star. Most would have laughed. But Arnold didn't care. He had a method. He visualized his goals every single day. He saw himself on stage. He imagined the applause. He repeated affirmations in front of mirrors, embedding them deep into his subconscious. I am a champion. I am already successful. Years before becoming Mr. Olympia, he already felt like one. That internal identity shaped his actions. The world simply caught up. Dr. Joe Dispenza, healing through the mind. After a devastating accident left his spine fractured in multiple places, doctors told Joe he'd likely never walk again without invasive surgery. But Joe believed in something different. He began a practice of visualization and repetition, lying still for hours each day, reconstructing his spine in his mind, piece by piece. He combined focused thought with elevated emotion, what he later called installing a new program. 9 weeks later, he walked. No surgery. Just daily repetition with absolute intention. When you change your internal state, your external world must reflect it. His healing wasn't a miracle. It was neurological design. These stories have one thread in common: repetition, intention, and belief. Not one of them relied on external proof. They didn't wait for permission. They created certainty within themselves before the world ever saw it. That's the power you now hold. Whether your ritual uses words, sound, breath, or stillness, when done with consistency and feeling, you are literally reshaping your brain, your identity, your life. So don't underestimate your daily practice. It may feel simple, quiet, even boring. But so did theirs, until the results became too big to ignore. You don't need to be famous. You just need to show up, 7 words, 1 moment, every day. Your story is next. You've seen the science. You've heard the stories. And now you hold the ritual in your hands. 7 words. 7 repetitions. 1 decision to believe before you see. Remember, this isn't about magic. It's about alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and energy. When those 3 are in sync, reality begins to respond in ways that logic can't explain, but your heart will recognize. As Napoleon Hill wrote, "Faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought." That faith begins not with hope, but with practice. A daily moment where you say, "Yes, I'm ready to become the version of me who already has what I desire." The ritual is simple, but that's what makes it powerful. You're not trying to convince the universe. You're training yourself to receive. So here's your challenge. Do it for 7 days. Same time. Same place. Speak. Breathe. Believe. Then watch, quietly, patiently, how the world begins to shift. And if this message touched something in you, leave a comment. Subscribe. Like this video. There's more waiting. And your next breakthrough may begin with a single click.
Wow, you've tapped into the law of attraction. Feel that positive energy? This video found you for a reason. Let's amplify it together. Subscribe to manifest more life-changing content. Like to send positivity back to the universe. Share with someone you care about. You'll both benefit. Comment below with your thoughts or questions. Your engagement grows our community. Next video, I'll reveal a secret to manifest desires faster. Don't miss it. Join our vibrant community of manifestors. Let's co-create an incredible reality together. Your journey to unlimited abundance starts now. I believe in you.